we need to talk. Politics is getting out of hand, y'all. No, you guys. I withdraw. I withdraw. I know I started the pod in 2016 because I just thought, I thought I knew. Anyways, we're not talking about that. It's at the point where Elon Musk, I read yesterday that he was attacked for the second time. And it's like, to put your hands on someone just because whatever goes on in your mind or their mind, that's just, it's inhuman. It doesn't even matter like what side people go for. If it's come to that, then this reality has brainwashed and manipulated you to become a monster, because that's what it comes down to. Someone has to be able to be brave enough to say, you all are becoming monsters slowly but surely, to get that revolted and upset and mad and ticked off at one side, then the other side not have any signs of personal behavior, things like that, of that nature, narcissism and such. But it's really hard because a lot of people want to say there are things behind the scenes that you don't know that are going on, but that's everywhere on both sides. So, and there shouldn't be a sides. Like I always say to people, in duality, there's always going to be rivalry. There's going to be this side versus that side. There's always going to be, everyone's going to feel that their side is entitled to win. That is just the point. And it creates such a civil war, a catastrophe between like two best friends. Pretty much, if they disagree on their political side or political views or whatever, and I don't know. I don't really know how else to spread the word and say, please stop paying attention to it, because it's controlling. It is controlling, whether you believe it or not. When you participate, it does consume your energy. It drains your emotional compass. You could stand for your side, but then I don't know. It's a tough game, and it's a game. And we shouldn't be attacking people and calling people this and that, and saying, oh, they deserve to die and this and that. Those are just like, when people say that about a particular person, well, he's racist, he should die. I mean, come on. Reality is, he says stuff, it's blunt. See, change the subject, Aaron. It's blunt, it's direct. People don't want to hear that, and sometimes it's uncalled for. Most of the time it's uncalled for. But to the viewpoint of people who get it, to the viewpoint of people who dealt and deal with people who talk at you, talk down to you, there's a point where some people can resist it and it doesn't faze them at all. Then there's people who have achieved adversity through those situations and will not stand for it anymore. See, but it's like they're on the same side. The people who are the audience are on the same. That's just what I'm trying to say. We can assign whatever labels we want to put on somebody, but it's us that we have to look at. It's us who have to really make the justice. I really wish it was one of us who ran for president, to be quite honest with you. It should have been the people to begin with. And what's her name? Marianne, the book author lady. I really wanted her because she was talking about the soul and the spirit, the essence of your soul, the integrity of everything. People clowned her and laughed at her, called her crazy. And I was like, see, That's what's wrong with this society. You can't be anything without slander and criticism. And if you're not being slandered or criticized, then you're not in with the in crowd. It's really sad. I just wanted to get my 2 cents out there, because I feel for Elon. I don't care what people think, and I'm not going to change like it's not like what I think, it's what I know. What I know from the core of my soul, because I collect information by watching people in general. And I'm not saying I'm the king of no people, but I have been teaching people dance for 25 years. So I think I've mastered observing people. That's all I can say. And I can tell when someone can or is a risk of, and I can tell when someone utilizes nationality and race to promote, not themselves, but promote that there is opposition. And so when there's a promotion of opposition, then it's conveying this message that racism's still out there. But it's like, don't play victim, because you were not victim years ago. I'm not going to go there with her background, but I just know, like, in terms of, you can't play victim if you're going to prosecute victims. That's all I want to say. And I'm sorry if that's hurtful to people. I don't mean it that way, but we all like live a life, and we already have gained our experiences and done what we've done and learned from what we've learned. So we can't go back and change them. So I'll give that hall pass to people, and it's not in places of leadership. These are not intentionally to be leaders and mentors for our children. They're not nowadays. I mean, you guys are getting upset at one thing, but then we have Cardi B and Kim Kardashian as like mentors for our children. So what? Cardi B is cool, but she's a hip hop and that's her thing. No, that's not the point. Your child shouldn't be rapping Cardi B lyrics at school and behind your back, buying press-on nails. Like, that's just the problem. We get so argumentative and debate ourselves about how other people should be and how they should be in front of us, but then when it's, particularly when you're okay with it, then you're allowing permission to, that's the problem. And we can't change that, because human behavior and human emotions are always going to be fluctuating. So to say, that's all I really want to get off my chest. And if that adjusted the way you thought about me, then I'm not sorry for what I said, but I'm just kind of sorry that you would feel that way. I'm sorry I have to use my brain and think, and I'm focused on like where Earth is going and where human race is evolving to, and what more can I do for this planet from, my little tiny apartment that I could barely afford. So here's the deal. Let me get it off my chest. Democracy has, I'll say to my Obama voice, democracy has been running the show for 12 years out of 16. And Mr. T ran things for 4 of those 16 years. And then you had 8 with what's his face. But see, there's 2 different republics. Bush was a different one. He was different. But, even though, like, we didn't like him, we still just let him do his thing and we were fine. But we were going through a lot, too. We were going through so much that there was no time to, like, pick his character and chastise and criticize him. And he's from Texas, so there's some race things there, but nobody said anything because he wasn't ugly, or he wasn't. Look, attractive people have different. They trigger people differently. If Obama did something wrong, nobody would really be offended or mad because he's. Look, was he ugly? No. Was he very handsome? No. Was he appealing to the eye? Yes, because he looked like one of us. That's just what it is. So anyway, I'm rambling. What are we going to do? That's the question. And how are we going to collaborate in breaking breaking this duality thing? Because this side versus that side is not working. It's not. And what I'm afraid of, and what people are already feeling too, no matter who wins next month, it's going to be kind of ugly how it turns out. I'm going to just be very forward with Kamala, as Kamala. This will be her first time attempting to balance what's going on in our foreign countries and our allies that are there and our not allies that are there. Can you sit with North Korea, Russia, China, and Afghanistan? Can you make peace with Palestine and Israel? So that's what happened in 2016, 17, 18, 19. So it's really not about like being a nice person. Okay. It's really about, you got to be firm and sharp and confident, because it's people's lives that, and I think that's the important thing is every adult needs to know your mouth is in charge of the safetyness and protection of people. So yeah, Mr. T, he be saying a lot, but it's kind of like you don't want to bother with somebody who just rambles and goes off. So it could be a reverse psychology. No, it's not. He's just narcissistic. I think, look, as long as you're not talking about me, I'm fine. When you talk about my people, each person has to stand up for them own selves. And I haven't seen people do that. I've seen people who are offended on behalf of you, offended on my behalf because I'm African American, so you're standing up for what you think I should be offended of. That's a problem, because then now we're alienating the subject of race when we've been trying to unify since the 70s. That's the problem also. Come on now, I'm preaching. I'm totally going to delete this video like after today, because I'm saying stuff that I know people don't want to hear. But I'm just trying to keep it balanced. I'm not choosing a side, and I'm not saying, here's how to vote. I'm not choosing sides. This is just the middle. We will have civil unrest if Mr. T, I call him Mr. T, because I say his name, people get all shook up. More shook up, more. There will probably be civil unrest with him, because people will be that stirred up and upset and mad and butthurt and offended and pissed and all that. So all that rage, to me, when I think about human consciousness, if I were a life coach, which I would be if I didn't display all my issues years ago, if I were a life coach, I would say this is what needs to happen to humanity. We have to draw out all of those dark corners. We have to. There's no choice, because that's where human evolution and consciousness is going. That's where everything has to surface. Vibration. It's not high vibration and low vibration. The vibration is just a source, right? When we vibrate low, it's because we're observing low situations and integrating with those things, right? We're integrating our feelings, but then people who are like aware of it don't subscribe to dropping their energy low to integrate with a situation, so they just drop it. I'm realizing I went on the wrong freeway. Doggone it. Anywho, I'll let y'all go. There might be a part 2, but I believe I chose my words well, and I hope that there's no riffraff in the comment section over this. And if there is, that's your problem, not mine. Anyways, I'm just kidding. Love you guys very much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.